Good morning and welcome to WSTX AM 970 Reflections. Yes, right here with your community minded station, folks. And I've got Gerard in the house making sure that everything is in place and tidy and that people can see their way where they need to go. All right, good thing. Good morning, Gerard.
Good morning, Doug.
How you doing today?
Well, I'm good in a sense and flabbergasted in another. But you could say I am.
Okay.
You could only make, you can't make things up around here.
Okay, well, what I'm going to say first off is, I'm sure that you did your random act of kindness during the week. And
Yeah, I
so,
didn't cuss nobody.
including me. So I'm grateful. I'm going to do like my girl Regina and be grateful, okay? But yeah, folks, we got some stuff here going on in the community calendar, so we're going to be talking about the stuff on the community calendar this morning to make sure that you know what's going on and you can be where you need to be to make sure that you can enjoy all of this paradise has to offer. All right, good thing. So, taking it one step at a time here, and let's see what our sound here is kind of low on the internet, so let me get it up right to where it needs to be. All right, good thing, good thing, good thing. Yeah, folks, so you can watch us on WSTX's Facebook page as well as Douglas Canton on YouTube. Of course, the good thing about YouTube is you don't have to be a member of anything. You could just go there and watch it. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so okay, just like that. Just like that. So let me turn down the volume here so we don't get that feedback in the place. All right, good thing. So yeah, we're here having a great time, enjoying life. We woke up, got the breath of life. Hey, yeah, there might be problems out there, but you know what? I'm going to ask you one simple question. What question, one little question, what problem you had in life that didn't work out, let me see here. Let me just put it on mute and see if that does it. Okay? Yeah, hopefully it'll stay on mute. Yeah. What problem you had that didn't work out? It always works out. It may not work out when you want it or how you want it, but it always works out. So, folks, stress ain't nothing than a tool to advance your departure from this earth. So don't stress it. Do what you can. As some people say, leave the rest at the foot of the cross and move on. Okay?
You got bad noise on YouTube.
I wonder where it's coming from. Okay, we're going to figure it out. Okay, good thing. So, maybe it's in the delay with the feedback. We got this fan here that ain't exactly quiet, but other than that, folks, if you're having any problems out there with your reception on the internet, please let us know. 340-773-0390, 773-0490. So, start the morning off right, stay in good graces of of my folks up there in Washington, D.C. Yep, let's see what we could do here and in the promotion of our culture so I could get my pay status upgraded. What you say, Gerard?
I don't tell you that way.
Oh, Lordy, man, I thought you were on my side. Anyhow, we're going to try it.
Watch now. Image. We back again. We got another little quiz for you. Aye. You thought it was good the first time? Man, we had so much fun, we could do it again. Hello my people, how you doing today? It's been a long time coming, what I have to say. Look at our culture, things are not the same. Let's not sit down and do nothing while it go down the drain. Please help me. Let's support the masqueraders. culture, enjoy your culture together. Worship your culture, learn from your culture, stay with your culture forever. When it comes to eating, I just feel so shame. All these European dishes, I just can't explain. What happened to fungi, dumpling and Johnny cake, yam dashing and sweet potato, cassava and plantain? Help me. Callaloo fried fish to kuna, wash it down with some brown soda or some lemonade. Sorrel, sour, sap, passion fruit, salted boiled fish and red bean soup, Crucian baba berry. Fight for your culture, work for your culture, enjoy your culture together. Worship your culture, learn from your culture, stay with your culture forever. Of our local heroes, recognize their contributions to their heritage. D. Hamilton Jackson, Elmo Plaskett, James, Ralph Bishop, Henry Rosen, Alexander Moorhead. Continue. David Canigata Sr., Harris Clark and Joe Christopher, Al McBain. Valmy Thomas, Emil Griffith, B.G. Gerard, Edward Hendricks, Racing Julian Jackson. Fight for your culture, work for your culture, enjoy your culture together. Worship your culture, learn from your culture, stay with your culture forever and ever. Don't forget our great mass makers, Psycho and Anita Christian, Magnus Holiday, Helen Joseph Floyd Anderson, Susie Ibadi Peterson, Sylvia Florence Bailey, Mr. Thomas One Man, Sticky Top, Rudy Shelterbrand, Ohalo Williams, Blinky, James D, Joe Paris, Edward Simmons, Lloyd Braffett, Archie Thomas, King Derby, Wesley Thomas, Vilo, Stanley, the Great Chanel, Leona Watson, Miss Harris, Willie White, Beryl Francis, Ethel McIntosh, and many more, too numerous to mention. Brownie, we thank you. Good thing.
Get my engineer in here because it looks like we got something going on. Anyhow, we're going to have a very interesting day here today. We got lots to talk about on the community calendar at 9 o'clock. We're expecting the folks from the Virgin Islands Puerto Rico Friendship Committee to be coming in. And also we're going to be having Nellie Rivera O'Reilly, and she's going to be here. She's a writing candidate for the Senate, but she's also going to be here in the context of VIPR, and then hopefully we'll get her to stay over and we can do something. Okay, so you can look at what we're doing here in the station on the WSTX Facebook page as well as on YouTube, Douglas Canton. And I have a little treat for you here. We've been doing this for a while now, and I keep saying to the folks who are out there doing these music videos and everything else, you know. We would love to have the opportunity to help you share your music videos, and we can incorporate them into. All we need is for you to deliver them to us, and you know, as long as little children like me could see it and don't get corrupted, all right, it's okay. We'll do it. Okay. So anyhow, I have this one here that I always like to play. This is like the phoenix. I done burn it down to the ground, into the soil. You can't even find it in the sand. But somehow or the other, it'll always come back. So here's one for you folks. Let's go back in time here.
I'm always meeting people who wants me to recommend a holiday resort for them when they have vacation to spend. I always tell them truly, if you want to have fun and joy, visit the Virgin Islands, the queen of them all, St. Croix. Hey, St. Croix is a lovely island, yes. St. Croix, ideal for vacation. How can you miss an opportunity like this, Mr. Tourist? I'm going to insist, boy. Come to St. Croix, oh Lordy. Come to St. Croix, oh boy. Come to St. Croix, why you talking? For snorkeling and sailing, it is my belief you will be enchanted by the lovely Buck Island Reef. Then back to your hotel, so comfortable and clean. You never want to go back home, you want to stay here in the Caribbean. St. Croix, for duty-free liquor. Yes, St. Croix, perfume and jewelry is cheaper. How can you miss an opportunity like this, Mr. Tourist? I'm going to insist. What you say? Come to St. Croix, oh Lord. Come to St. Croix, aha. Come to St. Croix, why you talking? Mikey. Dimitri Coleman, yeah. Calypso and Stephen will tell you it's carnival. Beauty queens parading, I say you can't miss this festival. It starts around Christmas until January the 8th. So make your reservations now before it gets too late. St. Croix, if you like sea bathing. St. Croix, spear fishing and some riding. How can you miss an opportunity like this, Mr. Tourist? I'm going to insist. What you talking? Come to St. Croix, oh boy. Come to St. Croix. Bring your mother. Bring down your father. and your brother. Don't forget your sister. Come to St. Croix. Oh, oh, oh. She da ba da ba di bi do ba da ba di bi do bi da ba ba. She da 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 ba. She ba da ba di ba da ba di ba da ba di ba da ba da ba da ba di bi 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 da da di. Oh, da da ba di ba. Hey, 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 hey.
Abuguju guju, trikutu. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only
Thank you.
Dr. Eugene Doc Peterson.
Yes, sir, the one and only. So, folks, this is how we do it here at WSTX. All right, good thing. So, hope all is well with you, and I hope that you are in the greatest of spirits so that you can go out this week and weekend and enjoy all that St. Croix has to offer you. All right, that's just my wish for you. I mean, you can always wish more for yourself. No, I don't think you have to limit yourself in any way to what I am gesturing here. Okay, but let's take a look at what's going on in our community. Well, wait now. I see something here. I see something here. Wait now. Folks. Folks. Gerard there in the news, in the events. Let me share this one here with you. Alright? Let me share this one with Gerard Evelyn, Assistive Technology Assistant. Yes, a native Virgin Island and proud member of the VIU said team. Yeah, you know all that on the internet about you? Don't be watching me like that. You're there out there. Anyhow, it gives you a little bit of information about Gerard, okay? The fact that he took the initiative to educate himself and research many applications and devices that assist the visually impaired, and he is now an expert, I could vouch for that, on the accessibility features of the iOS system and regularly uses color applications to coordinate his clothing. So when you see Gerard out there and he's sharp, never clashing, okay? It ain't by accident. You don't have nobody coming in the morning and put out clothes. He got it under control. All right. So when he tells you that he's blind or using it politically correct, visually impaired, believe him. Okay. Don't be like them doubters out there that want to take him to court and prove that in fact, somehow or the other that he faking it or something. Believe the man. Anyhow, before joining VIUSA team, he served as the ADA coordinator for the office of former Senator Genevieve Whitaker. All right? And in his free time, he enjoys going to the beach and DJing with son. Okay? Now, when he got a driver's license and he liked to drag race. Okay? So when we have to make an announcement next time the drag racing going on down there, so we could say what he could do, right? What do you think?
I could go in a straight line.
You ain't getting my keys. I got caught out there. All right, good thing. So anyhow, St. Croix news is never boring, folks. Never ever boring. Okay. So now you know. Okay. A little bit about our guy Gerard. Okay, so I want you to know that our lady Angela Golden Bryan, yes, you know her from Fireburn documentary days and more things going on. Just she's in the territory here, doing a Saturday series here. Your story, your voice, talking about how you can make your own story, do your own book. Okay. Sometime or the other, we need to get the children in here also because we got an itty bitty book app that they use, and they were at the Literary Fest and Book Fair earlier this year showing off some of their work and reading some of their work. So we got to get them in here too. But just know that Angela Golden Bryan is in here, and she's working with Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts. They're having a Saturday series, the 5th, the 12th, and the 19th from 9 to 12. And yes, it's a paid event because she is doing something professionally to help us to be able to preserve and share our culture or our storytelling capabilities and everything else. So we'll try to get her in the station, but there's so much going on. We're going to work on that and getting her in here. Okay? All right, moving right along. On the 5th also there is a flea market that's going on at the Frederiksted Wesleyan Holiness Church. All right. Now, the Frederiksted Wesleyan Holiness Church is located in Frederiksted. The original building, only the platform and the stairs going up are left because Hurricane Hugo demolished what was left of that part of the church. But across the street and up the road, you have a brand new magnificent building that they put up and they're utilizing now. All right, in terms of location, if you know where the Boys and Girls Club is and you come down and take that side road, come all the way down into Frederiksted, you'll pass the church just before you feed out into Frederiksted. And right across the street, you'll see the remains of the previous older building. Okay, so that's going to be going on from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the physical address is 38B and 38C King Street. But all I'm going to tell you is go down the road into Frederiksted. When you're reaching the post office, you know how you turn left, and then you make the very next left and find a place to park, or you park on the main road there, because you will see the flea market. They'll be set up there on top of the platform. Can't miss it. All right. I see here an announcement for a workforce summit coming up on October 8th on St. Croix. It's going to be in St. Thomas the 10th and in St. John on the 11th, but here on St. Croix on the 8th. All right, and it's free. It's a free community event. They're going to have workshops, keynote panel discussions, and giveaway and prizes as usual. Yes, you can go online.
I'm a panelist on that one too.
Oh, wait. You a panelist on that?
Yeah.
You holding out on me? Folks, Jared is going to be a panelist on the Workforce Summit. And I say that I'm going to just go off, not the rails, well, go off on the side a little bit here, you know? Because one of the things about having a disability is you have too many people that think that somehow or the other you're automatically excluded from the workforce. All right? And we have people with skills that have a disability, but they have skills and they can apply those skills. So keep an open mind. Don't miss out on great talent that can make your company excel just because you have a stereotype in your mind that you need to clear away. Okay? So moving right along. Just know the Workforce Summit, it's going to be at Caribbean Cinemas. You hear me? Nice comfortable seats, air conditioning, everything. Caribbean Cinemas on the 8th here in St. Croix from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right? Be there. Good thing. All right. Now, we have the Talking Books library. It's now located down in the main library, right here in Christiansted. Florence Williams Library. And you know, we have some things we would like to say about that facility, but I want to save that for later. Let's focus now on the Talking Books Club that's having their meeting coming up Wednesday, October 9th, folks, 10 a.m. Come out and meet Nina and all the other people that are involved. Of course, Jared is one of those people there. Yes, he does read, you know, all the time. And he don't watch TV. He like to drive, but I don't give him my keys. Okay. Anyhow, Talking Books is meeting this Wednesday, the 9th at 10 a.m. All right? Good thing. A book club, library book club. Okay. All right. Moving right along. After the 9th comes the 10th, and the 10th is the beginning of the celebration of the 60th anniversary of the Virgin Islands Puerto Rico friendship. Yes, 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 yes. And we're going to have the chair, maybe some friends. I don't know how many folks will be in here around 9 o'clock to talk about what all they have going on. So I'm not going to belabor the point, other than they're going to be located down there at the agricultural fairgrounds, and they're going to be there from the 10th to the 13th. Saturday they're going to have a family fun day, and the other days they're going to be having entertainment in the evening and everything else going on. But I'll let them come and talk about it in depth. You just remember to mark your calendar when I tell you about these things. And if you have it marked already, mark it again. All right? So make sure you don't forget and miss out on something that you really wanted to attend. Okay? All right, Joe. And Vitima has a National Preparedness Month territory-wide educational contest, and the the deadline for entering this contest is October 13th. Now, this is for school children, and they have it broken down into different categories of what they're looking for. For K5 through 2, they're looking for a preparedness comic strip. Now, in the case of the preparedness comic strip, one of the things that is a prerequisite is that you have to incorporate the leatherback turtle as a character in your comic. From grade 3 to 6, again, a preparedness comic strip is what they want you to do. We have a caller here. I'm going to come to the caller in a second. Grade 3 to 6, and grade 7 and 8, they want you to do a skit. Let me see who's on the line here. Good morning, WSTX.
Good morning, Mr. Canton. How are you doing today?
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Just getting up, standard day. Just had some cream of wheat because I'm back here in New York and it's starting to get a little chilly.
Look, man, don't be talking about food and I come in here empty, okay? All right? I tell you, you're there at distance, so I can't even come and bust.
The subject that we're discussing is food because that's the purpose of my call today.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Canton, I know you keep abreast of what's taking place around you.
Yep.
So I'm sure you're aware that here in the States, the longshoremen and the ports are closed because they're on strike.
Yep.
So as I looked at the head of the Longshoremen's National Union, and he was talking last night, and what really hit me is that this administration said, and I quote, agriculture in the Virgin Islands is a hobby. Did I misquote the governor? Did you remember hearing the governor say that about agriculture?
Well, I didn't hear that, but it's been widely attributed to him.
I heard it.
Okay, so, Doggy, I have a hobby. I had a fly kite, right? Remember long ago we used to make our kite and fly then?
Yeah.
Could you tell me, right? Tell me where I could write an email to the kite writing, the kite flying department in the government. The guard department that we have a fiscal year budget to kite flying. That's a hobby. But I was just being a little facetious when I'm saying that because there's a difference between a hobby, something that you do for enjoyment, and a whole department that is dedicated and have a fiscal year budget. Because if agriculture in the Virgin was a hobby, would we have a committee in the first branch of government? Would we have a department with a commissioner?
Right. Well,
So when I'm saying that we we need to take things more serious. Now, if
But you know what?
everything
You're not
have to
stating.
be
Excuse me
have
a
to be
second.
freighted into the Virgin Islands
Right.
by
Okay.
these
No.
container ships,
Mm-hmm.
i.e., food and water. Now, if there is a stoppage in the supply chain for the logistics to getting things back and forth, how long before the shelves and Plaza and Pueblo, Cashew and all these other supermarkets before they go empty?
Well, you
Because container ships are not sailing.
know that already it started. It started already. Folks are already doing that. The tendency is to panic and go out and buy up everything. Okay. One person will go and buy 5,000 roll of toilet paper, and everybody else gotta go use leaf. Okay. It's it's already started. So I have my fingers and toes crossed, hoping that this strike is resolved early. But that doesn't really deal with the long-term planning situation. Everybody goes along with their life thinking everything gonna be okay, and then there's a hurricane, an earthquake, a flood, or whatever. The things just happen, and this is one of them things that can happen.
Well, right now, as the strike and the aftermath of Hurricane Helene has really hit America hard, especially in the southeast, from North Carolina, Tennessee, even Georgia, Florida, where a lot of the interstate roads and bridges are no longer there because they have been washed away. So with that and this strike, and the basis behind the strike is they're protesting automation, because in the Long Beach port out in LA, which is one of the biggest ports where goods coming from the Pacific, that's where it comes into. And then it is put on a freight train, a tractor trailer, and then shipped to the various locations. So I called, since it's Javon James, they said he's the chairman of the agricultural committee. Still haven't called me back yet. I called and said, why aren't you holding a committee in the whole? Why aren't you asking the governor to have a state of emergency? What are we doing as a contingency plan to prepare if this thing is a prolonged strike?
Well, I hear you. Who don't hear does feel. I don't want my people.
I made you laugh, but that's something my mother used to always say. Who don't hear the feel.
Yeah, and this is one of those things. People just take it for granted. When Summer Sibley is out there talking, about food production and how to prevent ourselves from being in a situation where we can't feed ourselves, among other people. I just use her name, but everybody just know the supermarket that man, you ain't gonna have no problem. Hovens ain't going away. And that same type of mentality, and then when it happens, all of a sudden people forget that they had the opportunity to take some proactive steps and didn't. But yeah, I am concerned. I'm just not I'm trying not to incite people, but I am concerned. I do a little thing in my backyard,
Well, Dougie, two things are happening. The first thing will be the supply shortage. And in business, what happens when there's a demand and the product is scarce?
The price
Does
goes
the
up.
price go up?
Price goes up.
So if you think a gallon of orange juice, a dozen eggs, a loaf of bread, the basic staples that most people purchase with groceries, if you think it costs a lot, no. So that's why you need to have some sort of local agriculture, just in case.
Just in case.
FEMA says, if case of a natural disaster, be able to be self-sustaining for at least the first 72 hours. I don't know, Dougie. Maybe it's because I was brought up in the Scouts, so I like to be prepared.
You know, one of the things that need to be done at this point in time is that when they have a strike that affects the supply chain, that a state of emergency needs to be declared, and a freeze be put on food pricing, basic food price items. Just like it's a hurricane. Yeah, that's just like a hurricane. Because you got enough water and St. Croix for everybody to drink and continue on. That what's going on up there won't impact that, but it would be an excuse by which everybody could say, "Oh, ain't got enough." And
Dougie, I already seen the prices starting to edge up here. I just went to the supermarket yesterday, so they're gonna start adding a nickel to this, a dime to that, a quarter to that, but a nickel here and a dime there and a quarter there all adds up. So eventually, like I say, this is just like the forecast is they're telling you it's there on the horizon, you know, and before it comes to your shore, be prepared.
Right.
Well,
And the first thing about preparedness is that you have to acknowledge that there's a problem.
Yeah.
And to address the problem.
Okay, Jared.
So if
Jared,
you're not having discussions about it, then you're obviously in denial, saying, "Well, it's a problem there. We see it there, and we're gonna be in denial until you can't have anything on your plate to eat, and maybe you're out there eating, trying to see where you could scrounge up, around the island. Thank God you're in the island,
right?
And you could still get fresh fish. You could still get fresh stuff from the sea. If it get to a point where the shelves are just bare.
Yeah.
Now, like I say, if you have land, you could grow in your grounds, and whatever is grown locally, then maybe, just maybe, this might be what is needed to assist the farmers. Let me say one thing quick. A couple days ago, I went to this NAACP meeting with my niece, Dr. Shana Mapsey. And one of the things on the agenda that they were discussing was black farmers, where through the Department of Agriculture and the Secretary of Agriculture, there are these lots of grants that's available. And don't give me here, nobody, and maybe Dr. Peterson, who's now the Commissioner of Agriculture, I don't know because I ain't there, but these grants that's available for equipment and other necessities to assist farmers, this was what they were discussing, because not only because of what is taking place with the ports closing, but they're talking about planning for the future to be prepared to help these black farmers. So one of the things I'm going to try to get is the information that they was talking about with these grants and stuff, to see if I could send it down there. I'm sure they're aware of it.
Yeah, well, share it with us so we could talk about it, in that sense. But anyhow, I got another caller coming in.
Well, that I was leaving it right there.
Yeah.
Hopefully this could bring the discussion to the floor, and people will start taking this matter more serious. Anyhow, Mr. Canton,
it's good to hear your voice.
There with you, Gerard. There.
Yeah, man.
I was trying to talk to you, but you're busy talking.
Oh, sorry,
Anyhow.
I just tuned in me. I didn't get to hear. Yeah, what going on?
I was gonna tell you when you said they're raising the prices by nickel and dime and so up there.
Yeah.
Down here they don't do that. They raise it by dollars.
Anyhow, we gotta run.
That's why the License Consumer Department is supposed to be there to protect the consumers.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I got tuned into the stream now. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All
then.
right.
Take care. All right. Good day. Good day, WSTX.
Yes, Doggy, Gerard, and my friend in Waparism.
Okay, yeah, but you gotta be quick. We gotta run. We got a lot going on.
Yeah, Mr. Grant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the thing with the the strike, the longshoremen strike, I heard a number of things being said. Sometimes you'll have lost so much trust, faith, and confidence in almost anything leaders or misleaders say. Now they tell you, don't rush out there and buy up no toilet paper. The paper them ain't done. But then when you don't buy them and you go to the bathroom, you're starting to use your bare hand.
Newspaper. Buy newspaper.
Hello.
Okay, we used to use brown bag and things back in the day.
Okay. Anyhow.
You see, but I mean, you really become like you don't know what to do. You know, you would hope that you don't have to go in to the supermarket in this, what they call a panic buying. But you don't know. You're not sure. You know.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Anyway, what is of utmost concern to me, Dougie, and I just ask everyone who does send me these things. I mean, if you send it, if it's on Facebook and I see it, I don't want it to be there in the first place. But then to send it to me, personally, knowing that I don't like to see children kicking up one another, mashing up one another. I don't like to see it. Anyway, a little girlfriend of mine sent me thing this morning, and I had to put her in her place. Do not, even Gerald, but see, this thing is not the right thing. You know? I mean, they're on a bus, and after they beat the girl to the ground, the very bar, just kicking her in her back. But now, Dougie, you was a senator, so you will correct me if I'm wrong. I heard said that the department or the government of the Virgin Islands, to wit, the Department of Education, is responsible for each student up to an hour after school is let out. Well, if that be the case, when the children so antsy to kick up another one, and it happened right outside the gate, and the teachers, the principal, then they call the governor, and he's standing up watching them. Has it become a spectator sport? Dougie, I love very much to sue. Why? Because I am a body politic.
Right.
I can sue and be sued.
Yeah, I hear you. But I
So
got...
don't put your hand no foot another mind them. Because then, of course, I'm going for the deepest pocket, which is the federal government.
Right.
These
But
schools are built
before you even
just
get...
with federal,
Before we even get to that, is other things we got to deal with in
Like
the
what?
process.
Tell
No.
me.
I'm just saying, from the home to the school to the government, there's different levels of responsibility that need to be dealt with. Anyhow, I gonna have to move on because
and it's
I got
not a girl, it was a bus driver they were kicking.
Yeah.
Well, the
yeah.
bus driver should have had a thing in his hand, a knife, and ring knife in them tail.
Yeah, well, I hear you, but
Okay.
like I tell Jared, take the high road. We want, bad enough it had one level of violence. We don't want to ratchet it up, but we need to deal with it.
The must just lay down there and let it kick it.
I didn't say
And
that.
call Brian. I call Brian for me.
I shall be
You're gone. Stir up the ants nest and gone. All right, talk with you, man.
Yeah.
Take care. All
No,
right.
but I thought you say you had somebody else. So
Yeah, no. I
I
gotta move. Yeah.
Good. You go
Okay.
ahead. Go right
All right.
ahead.
Take care. All right. Okay. I can't tell if somebody's on line one. No. Okay. Good thing. So, lots of things going on in the community. Yeah, folks, you heard about it. They, it's there being reported that some children assaulted and beat up a bus driver and all kind of other stuff going on. So, yes, that's part of the discussion that probably will come later. Somebody will pick up. We're going to...
Somebody send me the video.
Okay, well, that's fine. They could send the video. We're going to deal with the community calendar for now and take up the video later. Anyhow, when we left off on it, from the community calendar, we are talking about the territory-wide National Prepared Month contest that Vitima has going on from for K5 to 2, grades 3 to 6, and 7 and 8 graders. The first two are to do a comic strip that includes the leatherback, the leathery leatherback turtle, and the 7 and 8 grades are to do a skit. Now, you can get more information directly from Vitima, but they also have this flyer going on around the place, and it has a QR code on it so that you can scan it and get the necessary information for applying. Keep these children positively engaged, all right? And we have to rise to the challenge. That's what it is. 'Cause that's exactly what it is, a challenge. Okay. Want you to know, folks, that yeah, you used to have jazz in the park here in Christiansted. Used to have Sunset Jazz in Frederickstead. Well, now I see that we have Rhythms at Sunset is coming along here to be a regular thing in Frederickstead, and the first one is coming up on the 18th of October. Yeah, from 6 to 9 p.m. down there on the waterfront at Vernai Richards Veterans Memorial Park. So they're going to be there with entertainment. There also will be, vendors and food and that type of stuff, music, poetry, and more for you. So just mark your calendar, October 18th from 6 to 9 p.m. in Frederickstead. Okay. World Food Day is coming up. Yes, World Food Day down there is going to be at UVI as usual. They're going to have all types of interesting things down there. Presentation on nutritional values of chicken, carambola production workshop, production of leafy greens workshop. They're going to focus on kale and lettuce, and kale being one of them that I really like. And they're going to have distribution of seedlings also. Yes, so this is all going to be going on all afternoon there down at Fredericks at the UVI at the Great Hall, and of course outside various stations they're going to have things going on. Rising Stars will be there also. They're going to have a martial arts presentation there also going on, and the Heritage Dancers will be down there, and Guardians of Culture will be doing their thing. Yep, so that is World Food Day. The flyer is there floating around on Facebook. Okay, good thing, good thing. And all right. Also want to mention that Tiffany Unique is doing our writing master class, and that'll be going on. We're going to be doing something. Yeah, okay. We're going to be doing something there with these presentations, because hey folks, the idea of writing your book, writing a script, a play, or whatever, it starts with writing and how to take your creativity and your perspective, put it in. And that's Saturday, November 9th, and the 13th, and the 16th. So that's jumping out of October into November. Just letting you know it's coming. Okay. All right. So one of the cruise ships coming in here, and they're gonna have a Uber Soca cruise and Juve going on. Jared, you're going?
No.
Don't let me see the zone video, the drone video now, and see you in there,
Yeah, see me that nonsense.
Okay, and then of course
Those are young people.
Okay, all right. I thought you were a young man. Okay, and then of course we have the 19th annual Voices That Count coming up on October 22nd here on St. Croix. It'll be going on in St. Thomas on the 24th, and Jared, if you could just give us a little idea of what goes on that.
Well, the Voices That Count forum?
Mm-hmm. Just a little quick.
Quickly, it's just a forum that we invite the
Who's we?
The disabled community, or VIU said, sponsored by VIU, said they invite the senatorial candidates, the incumbent and aspirants, to come by and answer questions from the disabled community.
All right. Well, the bottom line is, as a community, I am glad to see that VIU said and everyone who's supporting is doing this, because it's part of how you get your voice heard in the first place. And hopefully the attendance is going to be better than it has been in the past. But we're a community that we have to rise to the occasion to make sure that everyone is included in the process in a way that says that they are valued.
Well, this is the 19th annual Voices That Count Forum, and in the past we've had more aspirants than incumbents, for whatever reason. So hopefully the change attitude shows up this year.
Okay, good thing. And I'm going to close out the community calendar with a good friend of yours, Diane Hampton. When last you talk with her?
It's been a couple of weeks.
Been a couple of weeks? Oh, okay, only weeks? Okay, well, you're doing better than me. Okay, so anyhow, don't tell her I said that, okay?
Well, if you talk to her
No,
recently,
we keep in touch.
if you talk to her recently, you better have than me.
Okay, good thing. But anyhow, she sent me an email here that had some information about an event. You see me, I come in with my colors today, right? This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Of course, every cancer is an awareness everyday thing, because cancer is one of these things we just need to run it out of tongue. Well, the folks here at Mutiny Island have volunteered their place to have a breast cancer project hosted there, and the theme is Throw Cancer Overboard. Yes, Mutiny, we ain't jumping off the ship and running nowhere. We're going to throw cancer off the ship and take charge of the ship. So that's planned for October 31st from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And they're going to have drink specials, prizes for best pirate costumes. And, hey, just like it's a pirate Halloween party, get out there and have fun for a good cause and make your donations to the fight against cancer, folks. I mean, I want to see it get wiped out totally in my lifetime, but it takes work from our side in terms of our nutrition and our caring for our bodies and our environment, all the way to funding the research necessary to get to the bottom of how to kick cancer out of tongue. You have DJ Kyle hosting the karaoke. I like that. Yes, on the outdoor stage. Yep. So that's it today for the community calendar. If I left out anything, Jared, anything I didn't talk about?
Well, you went all the way to the 20-something and missed the 15th.
I missed the 15th? No, we're coming back to the 15th. I'm coming back to that.
Coming back to
We're
it?
coming back to that.
So
Okay.
you're going to circle around?
Yeah, we're going to circle around.
Okay.
Because next week on the 10th, we're going to have the St. Croix Lions Club here in the studio with us.
Yeah,
at
no,
9
they're
o'clock.
coming. Why have people mark the calendar from...
I'll get into the event. Yeah,
Mhm.
I want to do both at the same time. That's all. And next week we're gonna have them coming here. So that's one part of marking the calendar, so that you can hear their presentation and the things that they have to say and what they've been doing since and everything else. And it's all leading up to the 15th. Okay. Where they're having the White Cane Safety Day. Now, White Cane Safety Day is a important event. Everybody will say their event is important, but I'm just saying in terms of inclusiveness and understanding the needs of the people in our community that are visually impaired. Yeah, even Jared have needs. Okay, that's the reality. And we have to take care of each other and see each other as equals and part of the community. So they're gonna have that on the 15th. So definitely mark your calendar. But most important, check us out. on the 10th when the folks on the Lions Club are here, and we'll get more in detail as to that. It's now about 1 minute to the hour of 9, and in a minute.
That clock's slow. Right?
Yeah,
Say
I know.
9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock? Okay, it's 9 o'clock then. Okay, so we're going to be having the VI Puerto Rico Friendship Committee rep in here, the president. Hey, we're going all the way to the top, man, and talk about this thing. Yeah. All right, so, Jared, you ready for the move?
We're moving me too.
I'm not moving you anyway. I just asked you if you're ready for the move. You see how you don't have me, folks? I don't treat Jared good, folks, okay? If he out there saying anything otherwise, okay? That's why I make sure that we streaming and everything so everybody could see firsthand, okay? And I don't get accosted one time for keeping me out too late and all kind of thing.
You know,
Like
you had a
curfew.
senator used to turn off the camera, right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Good thing. Well, what I'm going to do as a little intermission and a treat for the audience, let's take a little break here for you again to enjoy some music, but even more so, I want you to check out the performance.
And before you start that,
Mm-hmm.
good morning to the viewers on Facebook and YouTube.
All right. Good thing.
And go ahead, start your show.
All right. Glad to have you here. That's for sure. Okay. So, Bosvin David, VI Rhythm section back in the day of, what do you call it now? Sunset Jazz. Okay. Rhythms after sunset, but now in the old days we had Sunset Jazz. So, I have this one here, and I like to play it. I like to play it because of the title of the song that's playing. It's called Human Nature. It got a lot of things that go on here. People want to say it's human nature. And I beg to differ, disagree vehemently, however the case may be. But anyhow, for now, rather than engage in that discourse, let's enjoy the music. All right, good thing. coming through?
Yeah.
Okay,
because
okay,
let
it's
me
coming
just-
through.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, no, 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 no. I thought I did something. Okay, good,
No,
good.
you're good.
We're under control. So we're back on the air here. Gonna turn down the music here. And yes, folks, we're back. Had a little bit of nice music there for you. All right, and I'm going to yeah. Anyhow, as I was telling you, we were going to be having the folks from the VIPR friendship in here with us today, and we're so happy to have them in here. But we get two for the price of one in here, as you're going to see. We got Nelly Rivera O'Reilly here with us also. You know, these days known as Nelly. She's always been known as Nelly, but it's just emphasized these days, all right? So, anyhow, so glad to have you here. Now, every morning when I start off this show, I do my best to play this song, Our Culture, by the Image Man. You know,
Are they still around?
well, they're still around in Washington D.C. They come down here every once in a blue moon and that type of thing. And they think every time I listen to that song and you talk about preserve our culture, you know, teach our culture, share our culture, and VIPR is part of our culture, and I really am happy to see how over the years the consistency of making sure that VIPR is taught, not just experience, but taught, because the education part of it is very important. The programs you have on TV, as well as the shows that they have at the various functions that they have and the people that they invite. I know for some folks it's just the music. You mention this band and that band and the food and they come in, but it all comes as a package, folks. And I'm so happy that we could be here to talk about it. Now, coming the 10th, we have a series of events going on at the agricultural field. But I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself, and it's not about me. You talk about it. Tell us what you got.
Good morning, morning. Thank you for having me here, Senator. Also, thank you for inviting me to your show. We have a big selection of events coming up. Starting actually this Friday, we have our gospel night. We're gonna have it this year at the Sol de Justicia Church. That's the one by passing Carlton gas station. We're gonna have it there. It's gonna start from 6 o'clock down, 6 to 8. We always start it with with the blessings of our good Lord, and then following that we have the October 9. We're gonna have the government house ceremony, where we're gonna honor this year. We're honoring all past and present presidents. And our guest of honor we're gonna have is our former First Lady, Luis. A lot of people know her as Lulu, right? I found out, so I had the opportunity to talk to her a lot, and she's the village's name in her honor. She's making a great attempts to attend to all the activities we have, because it's this committee is to her heart. As we all know, I know sometimes we kind of question, right, Senator? We kind of question the fact as to why we honor her, and this year we're honoring all the presidents because, like you just said, right? We're preserving the culture, we're carrying the culture, and our former First Lady, Miss Luis, she was instrumental in taking this committee and basically bringing it to the next level, right? Which is, she brought it inside government house, because back in the day, like I learned, right? Back in the day, it was just a luncheon they used to do. But then she brought it into government house, where now we have all this big celebration, and has been evolving into big festivities like we have celebrating, this relationship that we have with Puerto Rico in the development of our islands. So the committee found it proper that we honor her and let her know that her what she did back then has paid off and has put this committee to a different level. It has evolved. After that, October 10, we're gonna do the village have a soft opening. We always say a soft opening, right? Remember, we evolved from having a 2-day event, now we're having 4-day event, right? We saw from Thursday. So I have to backtrack a little bit. Initially, we're going to have the little ceremony at the village, right? The October 10th, to introduce a plaque for the presidents and so forth. But then our governor, he let us know, hey, because we were having some conflictive scheduling, right? But then he said, listen, I clear up. We can do it Wednesday. And we're like, oh man, but we already have sent invitations out to president. He said, no problem. I said, well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have the ceremony Wednesday at Government House, and then Thursday we're gonna also do a ceremony for the president, because we have presidents coming Wednesday and we have presidents coming Thursday, right? So, and majority of them are coming. So we have about 2 that they're not coming because of medical reasons. But so we're gonna have 2 ceremonies. So. And then after the ceremony on Thursday, we kick off with bands. Like you said, we're gonna have food. They will have different vendors. We're gonna have different. We're gonna be cooking different stuff. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday full events. Saturday is the family fun day, 11 to 3. We're gonna have a lot of stuff for the kids. We're gonna have Home Depot's gonna be out there doing their workshop. We're gonna have the face painting. We're gonna have, I believe, the petting zoo for the. Coney Island is going to be there as well throughout the 4 days. And then the Saturday night, we do something what we started a few years back, which is the Arroz con Pollo competition. So last year was big. Oh, yeah, you tell me, right?
I'm hungry.
Yeah. So yeah, last year we had about 12. So and this year list is growing even bigger. So and a typical plate, typical Puerto Rican plate, the arroz con pollo. So we have that, and then Sunday we close the event. So I wanna make sure that everybody knows that this is a free event in the sense of there's no entrance fee. Of course, the rides you have to buy your ticket and so forth and the food, but entry to the village it's free, completely free. So, but like I said, this is my third year as being president, and boy, I gonna take a little long vacation when I finish here because it's let me tell you something. You do it off the heart because if it was anything different, I think I would have done I would have done gone my way. Yeah, listen, because I mean you have to have a big back. You have to have a strong back with this because you'll have some people that like what you do, and they'll have some people that don't. And ultimately, like Senator, like you when you were there in the legislature, you have to make decisions, right? And some decisions are gonna be taken good and some bad, and I'm the face for the committee, and when the committee decides, it's not about okay, this person decided, it's the whole committee, and this is the decision, and I have to face the music, like they say. But I mean, it's all good. At the end of the day, you just said something that's key. I always think back about when my parents used to carry me over there to the VIP when I was small, and now I'm seeing and look where I'm at now. I'm heading the committee. So yeah, so and that's the same thing. I want to see these little kids when I see them running around the village. I say, one of them will eventually be member or be running the committee as well. So, I mean, it gives me great pride to be able to give back to the community, and to do something good for them.
Yeah,
Well, I have a question.
it's exposure, and the consistency that's important. Because if we don't keep it steady like that, it'll slip away from
That's
us.
right.
It'll slip away from us. Okay, yeah, Gerard, what you got?
Yeah, would this event be live streamed?
I want to say yes. We're currently working on that and to be able to
Okay.
stream it. The little little problem that we're having, like, as everything is always funds, right?
Yeah.
Funds, right?
No,
And
the reason why I asked, I know there's some people that might want to go there but can't get there because of, like in my case, I don't drive anymore,
mhm.
so I would have to either
You keep asking me for my keys, but you don't.
Yeah.
I'll have to either pay a taxi to get there, or depend on a friend to take me there or something like that. But then I may have that option, but the person that don't have that option may want to either watch it on YouTube or whatever, at home, and still take part in some way.
Well, yes. I did. Administrator Sanes did also mention that we were gonna approach the government channel to be able to do some stream. I was looking on an outside vendor to also do streaming, but like I said, I mean, one thing I do when we go out there to look for vendors is that once they give me a price, I say okay, that's your price, and because I'm a businessman myself, I don't try. And I don't do it. I don't talk down nobody's price. That's your price. That if we could afford it, we do it. If we cannot afford it, well, we don't do it. And that's. But we're kind of working on that. I know for sure, the government channel will stream it. But like I said, I want to make sure that we have another person that has more.
Right,
Reach.
availability
yeah,
and the thing, because the folks, Earl does a wonderful job, but Earl is one person.
Exactly,
He's
yeah,
being pulled
exactly,
from so many different
exactly.
angles all the time. I understand
And
that.
then
I wonder if to the point that the gentleman made about transportation, like maybe I don't know, we have VI Hail, we have VI Uber. I wonder if they would be willing to offer some kind of
I think they do.
Right.
They
always.
they're gonna have a table over there to give people information. That I know for sure. I will ask the young lady that that's representing them and see what she says. But I know they're gonna be over there.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Could you ask that lady to get in touch with us? Because I downloaded the app and I found out that the app is not accessible.
Oh wow.
So I need to
Oh.
talk
Good
to some. I need to talk to somebody because it needs to
Okay.
be accessible.
I will definitely let her know. Yeah, I will definitely let her know when I talk to her. Yes, yes, yes,
So she
yes.
needs. I could give you my number up there. She can call me directly.
Okay.
Right, because they're missing
Yeah.
out. They're missing out on us, folks who will support the business that they're in. But you mentioned the fact that you're in business, okay? And of course, I know that Nelly has a business, Sonia's, and you
Netwave Unlimited. Yeah, we do. We are a telecommunication company.
telecommunications. But not only that, but I know that you had a very aggressive training program.
We did.
Oh,
going
with the
at
fiber.
one-
Yes.
And my
With
son was
fiber.
a
Yes,
participant.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
you
We
opened
do.
the program for my son.
Yes,
You gave him a
yes,
chance.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're full of trades.
What kind of business is that? Man?
Well, we do telecommunications. We do fiber optic, and also yes, we do the fiber optic technician installer training through the Department of Labor.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we do a little bit of different stuff. Primarily for in the schools, we've been working at Central High, putting on the PA system, the intercom. So hopefully it will evolve to some other stuff that's
Alright.
coming on. But yeah, I mean, let me tell you something. Yesterday was one night that I walked in and I told the wife, I said, yeah. She saw it in my face. She just opened the door. She gave me a hug, and she's like, okay. Because, yeah, yesterday was at 8 o'clock, and then my phone just rings. And I treat everybody. I appreciate everybody's participation. Everybody asking for questions and calling me. It's part of the thing, but
Exactly.
it gets to you sometimes. It
Yeah,
gets
but
to you.
the important thing is that from why I asked the question in that sense is because I always want to big up folks who are sponsors in one way or the other, whether it's by taking the time and personally getting involved or by supporting what is going on, because we need both in that context. So it's not like we all sitting around and got nothing to do. We got things to do, folks, but this is our community.
Exactly.
And we have to invest in our community. You want to get something out? Put something in.
Yeah, that's the same thing I say. A lot of people, I see them go on the radio or social media and they complain, and I'm like, you're welcome to come to the committee and voice your opinion and help. I'm always asking. We always have something for them to do.
Right.
Companies like the Senator company here, Sonia. We have Vaya. We have Banco Popular. These are companies that have stepped up and not only said, hey, we can help, but donated. And the economy right now is really, really, really hard right now.
Okay.
And but they still, and we appreciate them. We appreciate these private companies. Still coming out of their way, and giving back in their community. And because they see that the fact that what this community is about. We have the Hispanics from Puerto Rico coming over here to our islands and helping our growth, helping develop our place. So based on that, they do put out.
Well, what I like is the flyer usually have some information, but it's so small to read sometimes. No, if you can rattle off the list of sponsors and anybody you want to do special thanks to, I would really appreciate that. I always like to see. And if you
on Facebook,
if what now?
the flyer is on Facebook.
Well, the flyer for
I
the
think so.
sponsors, we send to make a big banner because we normally what we normally do is we do a big banner with them with all the sponsors,
Right.
and then during the whole night we always continue to give them big the respects.
Well, what you do for us when you get a chance, email us your list of sponsors, and in our next show we'll address them specifically.
You know which one of the big companies, and I'm glad I didn't forget them. Which they said, listen, we have a lot of Hispanic employees in our company, Pro Solar.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they called me and said, you know what? When they start hearing, because we go different, and they start seeing, like, they said, listen, we have a lot of Hispanics. He said, we have to honor them because they have been putting us in the map, and yeah, they step up really. And you're gonna see them at the village too. They're gonna have a spot, and they really said, present and for this event, and next year they're also going to be involved too. So,
all right.
Overall, it's been really good. I want to thank the community. I want to thank our everybody, because this is a community effort. This is everybody's effort. This is not a one person effort. This is everybody. My committee, they're selfless. They're always working. Sometimes, we're on a chat and we're like 10:30, 11:30 at night, and we're still texting each other, different stuff. But overall, it's been a good experience, and I want to make sure that the community comes out and enjoy these events.
Okay, well, I want to take a quick moment here and do something here, because I see you're a TV star.
I love that commercial. That was so fantastic.
Yeah, we did that
That was so
commercial.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay, bro.
yes.
See you.
So,
There you go.
folks,
Oh, look at the flyer.
yes,
Yes.
yes, folks, this is how you do it, right? This is how you do it. You break it down and you talk to it like ordinary people out there and let them know what's going on and spread the word. That's all part of what's
that's the flyer
involved.
for the event.
Well, that's no, that there's an ad,
That's the
and
ad,
the
yeah.
flyer is at the end.
Yeah, but is
Yeah.
there a flyer on Facebook?
It's your
Yeah,
flyer.
yeah, it is on Facebook. It is on
I'll send you a
Facebook, yeah.
copy.
Is,
Yeah.
is there a description
Um,
below the flyer?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
oh,
no,
that's
no,
a
no,
that's
no.
a good that's a good
So,
question.
so you could translate the description, translate so you could hear it
Yes.
and you can't see it.
Right.
That's a
Point
good
you
yeah,
learned
good
from
point. Yeah,
your-
then yeah.
Okay.
I'll look into that one.
It's
Yeah.
all about education here.
I'm big on accessibility.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because I try to live my life as normal as
Yes,
possible.
yes.
Good point.
And,
Good point
you know,
there.
People post flyers on Facebook, and my system just says picture.
Oh, okay.
I'm learning too now from you.
You know.
Yeah,
So
that's a good. Yeah,
unless
okay.
you have a description below it, or if you scan it in a OCR form, which is just optical character recognition, then my system will pick up
And describe the flyer to you.
It will pick up no, it wouldn't describe the flyer really, but it would pick up the words in the flyer.
Oh, okay.
The pertinent information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Oh, I learned
And say it
something.
to you so you
Yeah.
can hear it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I'll remember when you're posting anything, if you can post it in OCR form, someone like myself who's online watching Facebook and stuff like that will be able to read the information that you
Wow,
put out
I'm
there.
gonna make a note of that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna once I come out to here, I'm gonna call the I have a committee for that we doing with flyers and
Yeah.
so we could.
And that's something we stress to all the folks that are doing flyers and stuff. Whenever you do something on Facebook, you include the text, the basic text, what, who, when, where, what, that type of thing, and or it has to be a PDF that has the information in it, so it's readable as text. Yeah. So it's very important in that sense. You got folks from all over the world that know about VIPR because we are all over the world.
Yes.
In that sense, and you never know how they're gonna come here and in what way they're gonna come here. So whether you have a disability or you're fully able and can get up there and salsa, merengue, and everything else, it's for everybody. Okay.
Yes.
It's for everybody. Yeah. So I am just happy that you were able to come in on such short notice. Okay.
No,
First
sorry.
of all.
No. It's fine. There's no such thing as a short notice. Once I get up and I know there's 24 hours in a day and we can
Right.
always take time for that. It's
But
not a
there's
problem.
there's
yeah.
a reason why. There's a reason why because we now reinforcing at least a week out
Yes.
and what's going on. We're making sure WSTX is doing its part to get.
I appreciate
get
that.
the word
I
out.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
okay?
Yes.
So, all right, good thing. Well, all the best in this activity. Much success. I hope we have standing room only. Call out all of VIPD because they have to do parking like when we do in the fair.
Yeah, yeah. We have some spotlights out there too. That's
You
gonna
know,
be really nice. Yeah.
all of that, all
Yeah.
of that. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you for
And
having me. Thank you.
yeah, well, it's our culture, and we have to preserve our culture. We have to teach it. We have to share it. You know, and the web of family here in the Virgin Islands is so tangled and interwoven, and we have to remember that that's our strength. That is our strength. Nobody could pull us apart as long as we hold it on.
Yes,
Okay? All right, good. Anyhow, I really appreciate you coming in, and I look forward to the events that you're going to be having there and everything else. And who knows? Maybe we might even see him looking around out there.
You're funny, huh?
Thank you.
You're funny, huh?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you again. And
See,
what we're going to do,
Okay.
Thank you.
yeah, we're going to have some music here in a second here so that we can, we can go ahead and talk about some things. And just come over here now if you don't mind. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some music here, and we're going to take a quick little intermission. I love doing this music because I have these videos of our people performing, you know, and I tell folks if they have a music video that is appropriate, you know, and not anything that can corrupt teenagers like me, okay? But you got music videos, get a copy of it to WSTX and specifically for me to make sure that we can show our talent here and what we have going on. Okay, so now I'm going to play. This one I believe was written by Marvin David, and so that's a live. So it's got a little delay from what we're doing here. So they're watching you now and they seeing you turn around and looking back.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay, I just know it's kind of delayed, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Right, yeah. But it's always a delay in that. So now what I'm gonna do here is I have a song Pepecita. I believe this was written by Marvin David. Yes, it
What
was.
is it called? Pepecita?
Yeah, Pececita.
Pececita?
Anyhow, it's been a while since I listened to it, and they are great performing band. You know, him, Pedro, calling names, you're getting in trouble now. Pikey. Let me stop and let me just let the people watch the performance and enjoy while we prepare for what we're going to do next, okay?
What are you going to do next?
Okay.
Virgin Islands Rhythm Section.
Okay. All right, folks, we're back. I hope you enjoyed the music. I hope you enjoyed the flashback in time. Yes, we're looking at doing some things like that. Is that the TV or that's something else? No, the TV's on here. Yeah, okay, that's something outside. All right, so yeah, we're looking forward to bringing more entertainment like that here to St. Croix in particular. We have such a unique place for doing these things, and I'm so glad to see that our town, Frederickston, is doing this Rhythms After Sunset.
Yes.
And bringing back the sunset jazz type of thing. Who knows? You might have that going on one time and sunset jazz going on. The more, the better. The more we have to act as a magnet that bring people here and spend their money and also for the local people here to enjoy. Speaking of which, folks, Jazz Vespers is coming up this Sunday. St. Croix Reformed Church. If you've never been, it's always a good thing to check out. Good music, good fellowship, and they have some nice snacks afterwards too. I just love the brownies. It's like,
Really?
So, Doug, you gotta behave yourself. And too much sugar, Doug. Too much sugar. Behave yourself, okay? So, anyhow, I have you here in the studio with me today, and you know, election season is a interesting kind of thing. I have to say that it was clear to me that you keep a clean record. You didn't have to worry about being a witness protection because we see you out there talking about the leadership concerns that you have about what's going on here on St. Croix. So anyhow, she wasn't on a witness protection list. So it's a good thing that she showed up in here, so we didn't have to assume that about her because you know, it's just been a little bit of a drought. Or maybe, what do you think? You think they're avoiding me? They don't want to come and be in the show with me?
I don't think it's you. I don't think it's nothing personal. They're avoiding everybody. They're waiting to see what will happen on the 22nd, to see all who come out of witness protection to come there.
Okay, to the voices that count?
Yes.
Oh,
Right,
yes.
right. Okay, and it's the 22nd, the 22nd.
I would like to attend. I sent an email to someone asking for, you know, to.
Ms. Thomas?
Well, if you don't hear from me,
Yes.
you just show up because
Okay.
that's the bottom line is, you know, they got their hands full doing what they're doing, as Jared could tell you, trying to get everything
Yeah,
organized.
that's right.
Yes, I'd like to attend.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm going to show up there, and I'm just going to disrupt if I don't get invited. I'm bringing a loudspeaker.
I'm sure they're not going to call the campus police.
Okay. But anyhow, you know, one of the things that happens throughout the campaign process is that people get out there and they come out and they say their concerns or whatever, so forth and so on. But the important thing is the pulse of the people, okay? And one thing I have to say, the vibe that I have gotten from the things that I've heard you talk about is really people-centered, what the people want, quality of life, healthcare, other things that you can talk about as we go into it. But you took note of something that is happening in the community that have a lot of people concerned, okay? And a lot of people have been expressing concern about things that have to do with our local infrastructure here. So what I'm going to do is, since you provided this, I'm going to go ahead and share it with our audience, okay? And that way they can follow and understand what it is that I'm talking about. So here we go.
I am Nellie, your write-in candidate for the Senate. The legislature has two tools, oversight and funding. We must focus more on oversight. Imagine a St. Croix main road was closed for a whole year to install a temporary bridge. And we can expect that it will be closed for another year to install the permanent bridge. The ongoing bridge and road work continues to disrupt traffic in other areas. It is likely that other critical bridges have been forgotten. Who approved these bridge designs? What are the funding sources? What are the final designs of the permanent bridges supposed to look like? Is there going to be accommodations for pedestrian crossing and cyclists? As your senator, I will work with my colleagues to schedule site visits, town hall meetings, and committee hearings to have greater oversight over bridges and other infrastructure work on the island of St. Croix. St. Croix deserves better. We deserve better. So let's do this. On November 5th, write in Nelly.
All right. So, yeah, I saw that and it's like.
Thank you for sharing.
So she took a video of the launch pad.
It sounded like that, right? When the car goes.
Yeah, when the bus went over, it went up like.
Oh my
and it
gosh.
came down, boom. I'm like, what the hell? Like I said, yeah, that was the bridge. I said,
Oh wow.
wow.
That must have
okay.
been really, yeah, that's a different experience for you.
I
Because
said-
if you can see, right, you know what's ahead, but you were just in the car and all of a sudden, bam.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
Bram.
like, this what they're doing to we out there?
Wow.
Yeah, but you know, there's certain things, and as a constituent, I'm gonna throw this out there because it's my personal pet peeve, but it's not personal really. The Department of Finance building had a sign on it. That building was dedicated to someone. Back in Bernie Turnbull days, they took the sign down. I never put it back up, never gave an explanation or anything. So I don't want to believe that they got something against us having things that honor our folks here. And, you know, that's one example. The next thing is we got our warrior out there, Sonny Barnes.
Where's that building?
That's
Finance.
the finance building, pay the taxes, IRB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have the warrior out there, Sonny Barnes.
Oh, and the shanty.
The shanty. When you go down to Lorraine, that's like a terminal building. But that building, the way it look, everything,
Run down.
and it don't have no name on it saying it's Sonny Barnes, this, that, and the other.
That's not a terminal. That's a shanty.
That's a shanty. That's a shanty.
That's a shanty.
Even you know that.
I blind and I could see that's a shanty.
Okay. Well, I just.
They need to do
you're-
better.
You're in here, so it just give me an opportunity to vent for somebody who might be in a position to do something about it.
I put up those signs.
All right, so it gives us the opportunity to interact directly with you, and thank you for seeing WSTX as the opportunity it is, because I'm gonna tell you, before the pandemic, I was out there on the street, and everywhere I go, somebody stopping me and saying, you know, you're talking about so and so and so and so and so. And I said, but you don't call. I said, no, that's fine. You don't have to call, because
Just listening.
it told us that people are listening, and that's the important thing, that people are listening. Okay,
I need
so
some food for thought when he finished talking.
Sure. I'm here to listen.
okay, but yeah, it's really about you. And go ahead, Jared. I
Please.
Okay. Now as you know, I blind. Now, DPNR decided to close down the building that we were in for the library for the blind.
Okay.
Golden Rock.
Yeah,
In
Golden
Golden
Rock.
Rock,
Yeah, yeah.
across from the
Nina
courthouse.
Nina used to be there.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
right. Nina Garcia.
Yes.
Correct. So now they put it in town where inside of the Florence
library.
Williams Library.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is not accessible. The accessibility in there is ridiculous. Now the doors don't open automatically. The bathrooms, if it's a person with a disability, you have to get in the elevator and go upstairs to the second floor if you need to use the restroom. So I feel that is
don't let fire break out or earthquake or whatever happen when you're up there too, because then you know what it'll tell you. You're not supposed to use the elevator, right?
So
Wow.
I told them, I said, they should have an accessible bathroom on the first floor. I told them, I said, I don't care where you put it. It needs to be accessible for persons with disabilities downstairs, not upstairs. That's one. Now, they started putting in automatic doors.
Okay.
Now, the door going into the children's room, there are two doors, one on the left, one on the right. They put the left door automatic, but it doesn't have a proximity sensor where you walk up and it opens.
Okay.
They have a button on the right side of the right door that you have to press all the way over here for the left door to open.
Oh wow! So you have to go back.
So you have to, yes.
What?
So
You
I
gotta
think the
hustle to get back.
Yes.
that's a height of idiocy.
I've
Okay.
never heard that one. It's a good one. The height of
It is
idiocy.
Ital, you know.
That
Wow.
that should be made that the two doors open. That if you press the button, the two doors open, you just walk straight in. But you're in front of a door that doesn't open, and you have to walk over to the next door that opens. Now, if you have a walker
Or a wheelchair,
or a wheelchair, you have to then try to maneuver to get there before this door starts to close.
and can injure you.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
can injure
what
you.
what they were thinking of when they was putting in this thing? No, not only that. I'm a blind person. How am I supposed to find this thing to push?
The button, right? That's true.
Huh? I
Wow.
was like, they do that for the bathrooms upstairs. So if you have a hot one, you don't gotta go upstairs in the elevator. Then when you reach the door,
You too graphic for me, you know.
no, I'm just
I might
saying,
not make it.
you know, next time you wear down your pants.
Folks,
Wow.
only on WSTX.
Wow. I apologize
You know,
on behalf
I
of the
mean,
department. That yeah.
These are the things that I call, how you would say, asinine. Because, I mean, if you go into the ADA Act, right, Section 3 speaks of public accommodations. If you don't know, they have instructions in there.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
When I was at WAPA, was involved in the push through HR to document what we needed in there. WAPA still doesn't have automatically opening doors. If you a person with a disability in there and you need to use the bathroom, you really in a bad situation because you cannot get into the bathroom with a wheelchair, and the bathroom they have in the back, you can't go through the door. But anyhow, time is not on our side.
Oh,
so
boy.
a couple of things I just want to talk about. Now, you know, since you provided me with these things, and it gives me great insight into things that have some awareness about, concerns about, but didn't know some of the facts. For instance, you can go online now and find out information about our budget and our cash flow and contracts and so forth and so on.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people out there complaining about stuff, but they don't know that they could do more than complain in general. They could get the details and pursue things. Okay,
Themselves.
Under the Sunshine Act, that should be available.
that should be available. But you know, the what should be and what is and what you know about, we have to bring them together. So I'm gonna
Like-
play something here again.
Like we need
That
to know
you-
the finances for Vitran.
Oh boy.
That too, but this legislation is a great start that causes to be available to the public. So I'm gonna go ahead and play what I was provided with here. All right. Okay. Am I okay? There we go.
Other website.
I am Nellie O'Reilly, your write-in candidate for the Senate. My record is clear. I am committed to transparency and accountability in government. I successfully sponsored Act 7408, which created the Virgin Islands Government Transparency Law. This law requires all government transactions and contracts to be published online. As your senator, I will propose legislation requiring the forfeiture of retirement benefits by any government official found guilty of corruption. So let's do this. On November 5th, write in Nellie.
Okay, we're back here, folks. Yeah. So, folks, I want you to know in the context of what the video I just showed you, that information is out there at your fingertips.
It sure is.
At your fingertips, as sure as you have a phone, as sure as you have a iPad, a computer, and maybe children and grandchildren and niece and nephew to work it for you sometimes, but it is there, and that's important. I think what's equally important is that this, as I understand it, this is something you initiated.
Yes, in 2010, maybe.
Yeah, and that is only the first step, because then you got to get at least 7 more people to say, yeah, we agree.
There was pushback. Initially, there was pushback. We had to. We brought the bill twice, and it finally passed. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's there, and I wanted to get that out there in that context, because, whether you're independent, Republican, Democrat, when it comes right down to it, we're talking about service to the community, and this was a great service to the community, but the community now needs to know, and I'm glad that you're pushing it in particular to get people to know about it, because we need to start following our government finances closer.
Was it implemented?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the website is there. That's what I'm saying. This thing, and I went and I looked and I said, what? Okay.
You need to send me the link so I can go see if it's
okay. Don't beat me up. Okay, don't beat me up. You got cameras, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. Okay.
Don't say you want to send it. Don't send it, because next week I'm gonna let you public know.
Oh my gosh.
You see how it does happen?
Yes, I see.
I'm gonna pull your file.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is important for the community to know about. Now, I want to say something, because here in these little Virgin Islands, sometimes we don't know too much about what's going on with everybody, and some people have said some things to me that I realize they don't have not a clue what's going on. Nellie, you were in the legislature before, and you chose not to run, okay? And a lot of people out there perplexed about that, or have drawn conclusions about that. I found out, okay, that you had to do that because you had a family concern going on.
I did, yes.
With your son, and you were put in a position to work in the legislature or your family. But you rough it out and went about and took care of your family. I mean, right now, I take it that things have changed to some extent, that you are now able to focus.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, see, most people out there don't know that.
I did not abandon my post.
Yeah, no, but some of them think
the right thing.
Let me tell you some of the stupidness that does go on out there, right? As a former senator, I've been places where people say, "Oh, you went in there and make all the money and that guy about your business now. You know nobody no more." So say what? Okay, I have a salary and I pay taxes just like everybody else. And one of the things I have to say that I heard you, I quote you, an open book.
Yes, I'm an open book. That's for sure.
You can audit me and find out or whatever, so forth and so on. But people got all kind of strange ideas out there. But you know what? If you hadn't done that, I could hear them now. What kind of mother she be? This, that, you sometimes you can't win. But anyhow, I gonna get out of the soapbox now. I am just happy.
Give him a chance to talk for hours.
I'm just happy that you got a chance to navigate through that, and now have the opportunity to contribute back to.
Thank you. Yeah.
To the community. If you don't mind, you were telling me something the other day in terms of your concerns of what happened at the school the other day, and the student got injured, and if you could talk a little bit about that.
About the student. There have been so many incidents.
Well, but this is what I'm saying.
I'm trying to figure out which one.
No. Well,
3 or 4
we had the one with the fan. We had the,
we had the one with the fan, but we had
mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago we had the young man, that two students that were injured by another student in a bus with students of special need.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an issue that has not been resolved by the department yet. As according to parents, they still don't have information about what really happened. And then there's the young man at the school that was injured by the fan that fell off from the ceiling. I don't think that we are paying attention to who's given these contracts and whether the oversight is lacking to make sure that the work that is done properly, so that our children are in an infrastructure that is at least, the environment is at least safe to them. And we are seeing an explosion of all of these incidences coming to the surface in relation to the schools and the infrastructure. Look at yesterday with the heat. Teachers took to the streets and said it's too hot.
Well, we keep coming full circle back to this thing called infrastructure.
Yes.
So our time is running out. Just in terms of what would you be doing in the context of approaching this as elected as a senator?
There are a lot of things that we need to do with the infrastructure, but for us primarily would be the oversight and ensuring that the funding is used where it needs to be and holding the departments accountable to spend the funds adequately. For me, that's important and it's essential. And as a senator, you have the funding and you have the oversight, and the oversight is significant.
Okay. Well, time is flying. You're running as a write-in. What does that mean to the person out there that when they walk into that voting booth?
It means that we are not on the ballot, but you can write us in, Nellie, very simple. Go down the ballot, you write our name in, and then your vote has more muscle because you've actually written the name of the person you'd like to see be elected. We stay in the race because we are disruptors. We want to keep people on their toes, and we want people to speak about the issues. So I am the iPhone and the Apple of today. I am disrupting business as usual.
Oh, right.
Well, see, I got iPhone. I like to disrupt. So.
All right. Okay. Well, it's that time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for sharing.
Of course, Jared, now that he got a hold of you or you got a hold of
my
him,
goodness.
I'm sure you all going to have plenty to talk about.
You want to have a sidebar?
Yeah.
Do your random act of kindness. Make
agree,
sure
I do a
if you got
random
somebody you just can't stand, do one for them. Because you know what? When they're gone, you're going to miss them. Okay? All right. Till next time.
When we're not talking, you'll hear all your favorite songs, including calypso, jazz, love song, gospel, and those country legends, giving you more music variety. This is AM 970 WSTX.
HH, tire and battery. HH, tire and battery.
We know St. Croix is tired of replacing tires every year, damaging tires and constantly having flat tires. It costs you lots of time and money, and there is a better solution. HH Tire and Battery sells Cooper tires and has for over 55 years. Used tires and low-quality tires may seem like a good choice, but in the long run, Cooper tires can withstand the daily punishment.